apart from, as far as we know, only 3 rooming houses on this side of the street. So there's one that still exists from 1906 down there. There were a couple of 4 little houses just down that way occupied by Japanese men in the, as far as we know, the very early 1900s, and there was a little language school. But other than that, nobody living on this side. Everybody living on this side of the street. And so it's interesting because we had a number of folks who were here just behind the fence. It's over there with the container that you can see there. That was a fellow who was the foundry manager for the Vancouver Ironworks just down at Heatley. So he was a guy there that moved in 1888. So his surviving piece of the house is actually from September 1888, making it one of the very old early residential buildings that survive in the city. And then up we have Mr. Dale, who will show you his house that still survives from the late 1880s as well. And then of course we had the police chief, and we had the mayor living up a couple blocks over. And so this was an interesting residential neighborhood. But as industry starts to grow, the railway plans here, many of these folks are kind of out of here. Now, bigwig in town, which is R.H. Alexander, who was the mill manager, his house continued to stay, and it actually occupied the right-of-way of Railway Avenue. And so his house was there quite a long time, surprisingly long time. And then he eventually moved up to his namesake street, Alexander, and down at Gore, and so moved up there. So then this starts to move, and one of the interesting aspects of this street is that it is one of the few spots anywhere where you can stand and look at a series of purpose-built brothels. Because this was the red light district, or as they called it, the restricted district. Now Vancouver has had an interesting relationship with prostitution. The first sort of recognized red light district was between Columbia and Main Street on Pender. Now, it had nothing to do with Chinatown. It was completely and utterly separate from the early and emerging Chinatown district. It just happened to be a residential street, and the madams from Victoria would come up from San Francisco after the earthquake, establish their establishments there. It was all shut down in 1906. The police chief got his knickers in a twist because the mayor was on his butt because he was getting reelected. So the police had to go down and shut the place down. They told the women ahead of time, we're coming every Tuesday, 3 o'clock, fine's going to be $150 a head, get the girls ready and stuff. Came in, did the raid, and then said, see, the street's shut down. So everybody went home. But the cops then worked with the women to move them to a new location. They ended up over on Shore Street, which is the tail end of Georgia. It sort of sits between what is now Quebec and Main Street. It no longer really exists. Shore Street worked really nicely. It was out of the way, nobody paid it attention until the owner of the Avenue Theatre that Main and East Georgia had complained that the 50 men lined up and across his theatre door waiting for services on Shore Street. So the solution there was to tell the madams to unscrew the red light bulbs. That kept them out of the public eye for a couple of months. Another election, we used to have civic elections every